Hello, everybody.
Whoa.
Welcome back to Sunday Night Sprints. How are you? What are we doing?
We're hand dancing.
This is how white people dance, don't you know?
I thought I was going to get... There we go.
I'm a millennial. Of course I'm going to dance with my hands in the air. Like I just don't care.
How else would you know I was having a good time?
I mean, how else would you know that the roof is on fire if I don't tell you that the roof is actually on fire?
Yeah.
Listen, I still laugh every time at the do-do-do-do-do part. That. I can't not laugh now. Thank you.
What I love is that every single time we do it, and then you happen to be here the one time and go, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, we do this every week. You're like, I can't see you. I was like, oh yeah.
It was just like random dancing, and then all of a sudden it was like a flash mob, like just do, and then all of a sudden the exact same dance move at the same time, and I lost my shit, and I still lose my shit every time. And it gets to that part of the song, and I just start laughing, and I can't stop. It was that day, obviously, but like
we both turned and looked at you as we did it, like
waiting for you to do it too, and you're like, I don't know what you're doing.
Right, I don't do it because I can't see you.
I know.
Anyway,
it's fine.
Hello.
How is everybody doing? What are you working on tonight? I'm gonna say hello to people. Let me know in the comments.
My sweater.
Sweeta.
I'm almost done with the second sleeve, and then I just have to do the cuffs, and then it's not called the cuffs, it's called the band, I guess, or what is it called?
Ribbing.
The ribbing around the V-neck. And then I'm done.
Yeah, you are.
I got ribbing here. It's pretty.
I like that you're the one making it, but Julie's the one that knows what the parts are called.
I've heard a lot of crochet terms.
My brain isn't 100% there right now.
No one's brain is 100% there right now.
My brain is always 100% there.
I wish. I spent my day making a book nook, and I put that to the side because I literally have a chapter to write to finish this book, and I have not been able to do it all week long, so I'm going to try to do it tonight. I don't know if my brain will let me, but we're going to try. Hello, Kelly. Not being productive, but helping to say hello anyway. We love that. Hello. Hello, Rosie. Hello, Jennifer.
Rachel, but okay.
Her name is Rosie.
We call her Rosie.
Okay.
Happy New Year.
Call her whatever you want. That said Rachel. Just so we're all clear.
Did some rewrites of scenes for book 2 yesterday using one of your old sprints. I love that, Siobhan. Thank you. Hopefully you're having a wonderful New Year. Huh?
Siobhan changed their profile picture.
Oh, yeah, they did.
See, you know that's Siobhan, even though it says Jackson fan.
See?
That's Rosie, even though it says Rachel.
I just thought you were reading it wrong.
That's valid. No, you were good to check me because
I don't know if you know this about Julie, but half the time when she reads what's on the screen, she's reading whatever she wants and not what's actually on the screen. So I just assumed that she was just pulling it out of her ass as usual.
It's very fair. Plotting a romance. Yay. I have to finish this one so I can plot the next one. You're going to be watching you and the Golden Globes. I didn't realize they were on.
It's like watching the Golden Globes and the Golden Girls at the same time.
I'm not that old.
Golden Girls is good for any age.
No, I thought she meant we were the Golden Girls.
We are the Golden Girls. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Amber. You know what
you Golden Girls are good for any age.
I don't think they were that old. I'm pretty sure some of them were probably in their 40s.
They weren't that old, I don't think.
I think they were in their 50s.
Hello there. I'm working on editing.
How do people? I'm going to look it up.
Dinner. I've not had dinner. I probs won't. New Year's resolution. Join us every Sunday to plot and write. We hope you do. Hopefully we'll see you here. Are we reading One of Us is Lying? Nice.
Nice.
Very good.
Rosie's Nikki.
We know Rosie from real life.
Yeah. Hey ladies and everyone, Happy New Year. Just finishing up Stalking Jack the Ripper. Stalking the Ripper series. The Jack the Ripper. You know.
Stalking Jack the Ripper.
I know what it is. That's not what it said. So I'm just checking. Book 4, Capturing the Devil. Carrie Maniscalco. Still unsure of where my stories
That's valid.
are going.
I don't know. I don't know where you're at in that book, Julie, but I read that book a long time ago, like when it came out, and it is like the weirdest. Julie on the screen, Julie, not you, Julie. The fourth book, Capturing the Devil. Anywho, that book is like so far away from everything else in that series. It is like, it's a ride, man. It's a ride.
I'm want to go to bed.
Just so you know, when Golden Girls started, Blanche was 47. Well, she was the youngest of them.
Older than me.
But that's still, like, we're close.
Yeah. Hello, grooming my dogs. On page 188. Very good. I'm going to finish up my current chapter of Free Food for Millionaires by Min-Jin Lee, and then I'm going to switch back to Ripe. Nice. Currently not reading anything. But I did get Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, and I want to read that. But my brain's not braining, so I don't think I will right now. The shenanigans have already begun. Listen, I'm not used to having other Julies around. Also,
I would like you to know that the internet would like me to mention that the Golden Girls characters were between the ages of 45 and 55. And recently in the Sex and the City revival, all of the characters were between 45 and 55. 55 and 40. 54 and 55. Yes, that's English. So basically, Golden Girls were like considered super old grannies at the same age that like the Sex and the City ladies are like getting married and having children. Just so we're all on the same page. Okay.
I mean, given in the series that rebooted, none of them were getting married and having children. They were already married and had children. But they tried to make them super old and act like, oh, hip replacement and stuff. And people rioted because they were like, no, you're 50. You're not that old.
Calm down.
Calm down.
It's not that old.
Anywho, what's Amber doing tonight? We know what Julie's doing. She's having a time.
I'm working on my sweater.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus, it's like you don't listen to us.
I don't.
What are you doing?
I am editing a video, and if I get that done, I'm going to read some of this book that I'm reading so I can be done with it because it's the 7th day of the year and I haven't finished a book yet.
You're nonfiction still?
Yeah, I'm still working on the nonfiction.
Yeah.
I'm not disliking it. I just don't feel like reading. So.
Fair. I don't want it to be Sunday. And I know the sooner we sprint, the sooner these are going to be over, the sooner it's going to be Monday. And I don't want it to do that. But
I know we got like 2 Mondays in a row off, and it was real nice.
It was very nice. It was very nice. But I hope everybody's having a fantastic 2024 so far. Hopefully it's going well. And goals are being set and things are going great for you.
I thought 2024 was going to be great. I was like, it's definitely got to be better than 2023. Mm-hmm. And then with 30 minutes left in 2023, COVID. And if anybody was here last week, update, I still have COVID. Now Julie also has COVID.
We just both, are in quarantine, hanging out with the COVID.
Honestly, that was like the best reveal at the end of like. I mean,
We're
not
about
for
to like
you, but for
down.
us.
Miserable.
we were just about to count down, and I was like, "And I have COVID."
I have COVID, and then she's like, I'm like 2.5 days behind where she was. So like, I just keep waiting to like wherever she was. I'm like, okay, I'll get there. I'll get there. But then mine took a different trajectory. So who knows when this is going to be over, because I can't taste a godforsaken thing. And I don't know when that's going to come back. But I'm not having fun. I've been chewing air every time I eat. So, you know.
I can still taste the flavor.
You can still taste flavors. Bless you. Thank you.
As long as you can't taste shapes, we're doing good.
Yeah. No, not tasting shapes. We're okay.
Or sounds.
I don't taste sound. Reading goals, 22 books. I believe in you. 2024 brings cocaine sharks. It's valid. Although I think that was an old news report. I think that happened last year or the year before. Technically, I think.
There were cocaine
I heard
sharks?
about it. Yeah, the cocaine. The sharks off like Miami are like finding drug runners like cocaine when they like F up drops or like have to dump it in the ocean to avoid police. And then the cokes are eating the giant bricks of cocaine and getting hopped up and then acting erratically. That's a thing that happens now. So, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's a whole documentary about it. So you can, check that out if you're interested in how sharks behave on cocaine. It can't be great for them or us. Thank you. But we are going to sprint. We are going to do things. I am going to try to finish this book tonight. We ready to do that?
Yeah.
Molly's just snoring.
She's
She's out cold. All right, friends. We are going to be productive.
Yep.
We're prepared?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Hey, hello. Been procrastinating on writing this whole week. Oopsies. Ready for sprint. Good. I have not been writing either. We're going to do it now. We're going to do it together. I believe in us.
Oh.
All right.
Good luck, everyone.
Be awesome.
What are you saying that's not it for?
I went tight on our faces.
Oh.
I was like, no. How'd everybody do?
Okay.
I'm at 977 words.
Nice.
Getting there.
Jess is still muted.
Jess is still muted.
My 9 o'clock alarm was going off and I couldn't make it stop.
How dare you?
My hey, take your drugs alarm was going off and I couldn't get it to stop. So
Rude.
yeah.
I've started making ribbing for my cuff.
Again.
I have about 10 minutes left of this video to edit.
Nice.
You've got this. I am in my last chapter and I just need to reassess what my first opening image was so that I can see if I can mirror it or want to mirror it in the end.
Makes sense.
You know, I gotta do that. I'm like, oh, this is the end. I have a male and female POV, and the way that I had it numbered, I was ending on the male POV, which I don't think I want to. So
No.
I think I'm just gonna put the final image, like last chapter. I'm just gonna fit the final image into the last chapter, like her chapter. It'll be fine. And then I think when I edit, I'll probably move stuff around anyway.
You absolutely never end on his POV.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
No,
Unless it's
I mean-
a male romance, which you shouldn't be writing anyway.
I'm not.
So
Yeah. No, I know that. Oh, here we had some people join us. Stacy came. Finally made it. I swear my kids know when I want to write. I'm purposely late. Hello, Nicole.
Hello.
Hello, Nicole. Nikki.
Hello.
Hello. I'm late, but I'm here doing a little plotting tonight. Welcome. I got to page 220, and I don't see what people like about this one. I don't know.
I love that book.
I
Find
love
out
that
who
book.
did it. I mean, that's why most people read a thriller, is to find out who did it. That's kind of
The
That's the whole
second
point.
one is
that's the
also
thing.
fantastic.
I feel like I both hate and love when I read a thriller because, like, I do get frustrated and I'm like, I just need to know who it is. But then, like, after I'm done, I'm like, oh, they had some really good plot twists and stuff. Like, that was really good.
yeah.
I'm gonna ask Amber this, knowing the answer. Have you read the second book yet?
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's a series, I probably haven't finished it.
Well, I mean, there's 3. I was
Really?
hoping that you might have at least read the second one.
Yeah.
No, I don't even own the second one. I bought her one, the Cousins,
Yeah, I have that one.
And-
too, I think.
and there's one other one I think I have, but I don't have any of the other ones in that series.
Oh no, I have. Oh shit, which one do I have? Where is it?
I haven't read any of them.
I don't know where it is. It exists. Oh, nothing more to tell. Yeah, nothing more to tell. I don't know what it is, but Mullen told me that it was like her favorite one, and she didn't really like the other ones. And I was like, well, then let's find out if I like this one or not.
And there you
Book 2, which is One of Us is Next.
So I have
the-
Cousins and 2 Can Keep a Secret.
one of the like wildest, like we're talking like Pretty Little Liars level plot twist on like the last page of like who the killer was, and like it just yeah.
go.
Which one?
The second book. The One of Us is Next.
Because if there's one thing that did piss me off about the first one was the ending.
Oh.
Well, the fun thing about One of Us is Next is that you see all of the characters from the first book in the second book. Some of them more than others. The kid that plays baseball, you see him very little in the second book, but the other 3 you see a lot in the second book.
It's been so long, I probably wouldn't even know who any of them are anymore.
I'm just saying, it's great. Anyway, moving on. Other comments.
Nothing.
This is not a Jessica raves about books live stream.
It could be. All right. Kate got 364 words. Slow ones, but words are words. Got 211 words written. Fantastic. I wrote about 507 words in 30 minutes in between playing ball, sort games while I thought of words.
Ball sort games?
I don't know.
Is this like putting a square peg through a round hole?
Maybe
Or
she
is it
was
like a match 3 situation?
Or she was cleaning up her children's toys and she was like baseballs, footballs, soccer balls. Who knows?
Or is it the one where you have to like you have the vials and you have to move like the balls of color between?
Maybe. Ended up sticking with Free Food for Millionaires, and I need to read about 40 more pages and I'll be caught up. I think we're going to stick with that one for the next sprint too. That's fantastic.
Nice.
Read a chapter, ate a snack / late meal. Very good. Hope it was delicious. Working through my beat sheet and character info. Love that. I love that part. I'm very much looking forward to finishing this book so I can do that. The final battle is coming up, and one of the main characters is going to confront her abusive mother.
I'm down.
It's going to be fun to write.
Baby, are you down, 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 down?
That's what we call writer's therapy. Got a week review reel posted. Next I'll be reading. Very good. What are you reading? Hopefully something awesome. Hello. I like none of the characters that we follow.
I can't help it that you're wrong, okay?
Same, Julie. I also have not read any of them yet. I don't intend to, TBH, but
You don't have to.
no.
Listen, nobody has to read what I like, and no one has to like what I read. I just like giving people a hard time, and I can take it when you give me a hard time. So
No, that's valid. I feel like I've got way too. They never appeal to me. I don't know why.
I honestly never would have picked them up. I don't remember why I did. I don't remember why I picked up the first book. But
I know why I picked up the first book. I picked up the first book because it was marketed as Pretty Little Liars meets The Breakfast Club. And that's all I needed.
I mean, it is that.
I mean, it's valid marketing. And then also, she has the same last name as me.
True.
And I met her at North Texas Teen, and she signed my books. So that's why I read it.
I mean, I just read it last year. So like, I don't know why I read it. I don't know what did it fit a prompt for something I was reading? I don't know.
Maybe.
But not my style of book at all. Because really the only YA like mystery type thing I've read is the Maureen Johnson ones. What is that?
The door, stairs. There's something
Truly
stairs.
Devious.
Oh, I don't think I've ever read really a YA thriller mystery. I've read YA horror, but not really.
I mean, we definitely have the YA horror genre under our belts.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the only like YA mystery that I've read. Was the Truly Devious series, which I did really like, except for the last book that came out is like a 0-star book for me.
That's not true. Yep. No, that could be true. I was thinking something. Go ahead.
But yes, I just at some point picked that up for some reason. Like I said, it's not even a genre that I read, so I don't know.
I was approved for a couple of YA thriller arcs and read them and hated them and never bought them, so they're not on my shelves. And I was like, yeah, they're not for me. So I think that was probably.
It's hard to go back to YA thrillers when you entrench yourself in like thrillers that are not only adult, but like from people in England and Ireland, because they are wild.
They are super twisted. Yeah, I don't think it's something I'm going to be breaking into, which is okay. Bree finished tidying up her haircut, and I think I'm going to call it for today. Clean up her floof. It's now everywhere. Sounds like a plan. definitely can't go to bed with fluke all over. I'll be diamond painting for the next sprint. Sounds lovely. I'm plotting or outlining a Beauty and the Beast retelling. They are among my favorites. I love that for you. I don't think you did say that, but I love that. I'm always here for a unique retelling of a Beauty and the Beast. Jess, after your Riley Sager recommendations that absolutely did not disappoint, I'll definitely take your recommendations seriously.
But don't take my recommendation of Survive the Night, because I really liked Survive the Night and no one else on the planet did. I think me and Riley Sager and Riley Sager's agent were the only ones that liked that book. So
it's probably valid.
I'm pretty sure me, Riley, and his agent, only people on the entire planet that liked that book.
That were
And
like
honestly,
5 out of 5.
His agent probably didn't even need to like it, nor did the person who bought it, because his book sells. So they probably were like, it's fine.
It's fine. It's whatever.
I had a fantastic time and I didn't care. So
I'm glad.
I still haven't
shocked,
read it,
but I'm
so
glad.
I don't know.
You own it?
No.
Mm-mm.
it's the only one I hadn't read, and I was like, everyone hates it so much, but I have to be a completionist, so I must read it. And I was like, this is not that bad.
I've read it. I think the only thing I haven't read from him now is House Across the Lake,
Which also is a hit or miss, but I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 2 of his. Well, I mean, I don't own Survive the Night, so I haven't read it, of course. But I also have House Across the Lake, and the only one left that I haven't read, but that I do.
The only one left is arguably my favorite.
I did like that one. I read an arc of Survive the Night and then got the book. I hated it. Gutturally hated it. And then got the Book of the Month version. I don't know why. And then I unhauled it. Because I was like, I have all these books. I need to have them all. And then I'm like, no, I don't. I don't need to have them all. This is not staying on my shelves. It has to go.
I mean,
I will eventually get the House Across the Lake. I will get from Book of the Month the next time they actually put a book on there that I want. And I get a box for the month. Because all of my Riley Sager are Book of the Month. So like I'll wait and get it from there. I will get it and I will read it. But
mine are not all Book of the Month. I think my Survive the Night and Final Girls are not Book of the Month.
all of mine are except for Lock Every Door. Because I have an arc of that.
I hate Lock Every Door.
I was not a fan, but he signed it, and so I'm keeping it.
Yeah, I have Lock Every Door of the arc that we got at BEA, and then my Home Before Dark is the normal one because it was glow in the dark, and I thought that was so cool.
We're close. I love it.
No, because how often is my book going to be out in the sun to charge up to?
And then you're standing, and then you're sitting here in the dark looking at it, like because it's only on the cover. It's not on the spine.
It is also on the spine, but still not bright enough to do anything.
No.
Do you guys like Ashley Elston thrillers?
That's the one I got. I did get that one this month.
I didn't get a Book of the Month book yet, but I might get that one.
Yeah. Writer's therapy for you. Julie. Stephen King wrote a story in which the driver of a van that hit him was the bad guy. I didn't know he got hit by a van.
Years ago, he was like, he used to take he lives out like in the country-ish area, wooded kind of.
Yeah.
Was walking down the street and a van came up over the hill and like hit him and like crushed one of his legs really bad, and he couldn't write for a long time because he still used to write on a typewriter at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how long ago it was. Yeah, he got real messed up for a minute.
Or horror. I'll do mystery. I didn't think I could. Turns out I can.
Sorry about that.
Someone liked it because it has some good reviews on Amazon. Well, meh. House Across the Lake is one I got from Jess Julie, and I loved it. It was so good. I'm hoping to. I will get there. I just haven't yet. But I'm almost done this book. Jess is almost done her video. Amber is nowhere near done her sweater. Shall we do another sprint?
Yeah.
Sure.
Gotta get the boys to bed and then back to plotting. We will be here sprinting
45 minutes.
for 45 minutes. We'll see you when it's over.
Good luck, everyone.
Purple people eater?
No. What? Why?
Purple people eater.
How did Pretty do?
I finished editing my video and then was watching it back, and I slept through about half of watching it back, and then I went, I'm sure it's fine, and then just hit the export button.
Checks out.
Yeah.
That checks out.
I'm
I
tired.
don't think I asked. Did you get snow this weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah. You get a lot or just a little bit?
A little bit. There's still some out there. It hasn't like all melted yet. It was pretty rough going to work yesterday morning because that was like when the bulk of the snow was happening. So it was a little slippy out on the way to work, but by the time I got off work, all the roads were clear.
That's good. It was the one upside of COVID quarantine was you just sit and let it snow because we got a lot of snow.
You don't ever have to go anywhere anyway. You work from home. No one wants to hear you.
Don't. We didn't have anywhere to go anyway. You know, like we could just sit and watch and enjoy Amber's first Northeast snow.
The panini was 4 years ago, and I still haven't just got to sit at home yet.
I mean, it was the first time that I was like, oh, I don't have to go to work on Monday and like drive and go clean off my car and shovel out and do anything. Like I genuinely can just wait until it melts, which we'll probably do over the next couple of days because it's supposed to be like in the 50s and raining, which is ridiculous because we got like 6 inches of snow.
Yeah, Mom's going back to Florida tomorrow, and then Tuesday it's supposed to be 50.
Yeah, exactly. I think the same thing here, but all right. Let's see how people did. I finished the book. We're done the first draft, which is a hot mess, and it will need to be edited. But
I couldn't stop once I started. You know how sometimes you start and then your body just doesn't want to stop doing the thing?
you're like, this is what I'm doing for the next 5 minutes. Yeah.
You like force yourself to stop.
I put my final first draft word count into my notebook for the book and then got out my notebook for the next book so I could start taking notes and doing plotty things. Also, did I write an entire novel without having the majority of the names, like main characters' names? I just had asterisks for names. I was like, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't have a clue. So did I spend like 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes, figuring out what names I wanted? Yes. Could I have done that at the beginning of the book so I don't have to go back in and fill in asterisks? Also, yes. But I didn't. That's not how that happened. So
now, see, what I have suggested to Kate in the past, because God knows she can't name anything, is to just pick like 3 male names and 3 female names, just like, and names that you would never put in a book, like your name, Amber's name, my name. So you have 3 characters: Julie, Jess, Amber. Like those are your 3 female characters. And so you just use those every time you write a book. That way you don't have to come up with names. And then when you're done, you can just do a find and replace for whatever name you come up with.
yeah. My characters always have nicknames. I know it drives Amber crazy, but they do. They always do.
That's because Ambi doesn't know what a nickname is and she doesn't have one.
She doesn't know. But yeah, I mean,
I just don't think it's realistic that every single character has a nickname. Because not all characters have nicknames. Not all people have nicknames.
Not all of them do.
I don't know a single person who doesn't have a nickname.
Most of my male characters have longer given names and go by a shorter version of their name, which is normal. That's not a nickname.
Like, my aunt's name is Penny, and I frequently call her Penelope. You know, Penelope, which is not her name. Her actual name is Penny, like penny, nickel, dime, quarter. Her name is Penny. And
we do have the shortened name, like my Aunt Deborah is Debbie. We call her Debbie.
That's what I'm saying. That's what a lot of my characters have. Like
But
Claudia was Leah.
actual
Like,
nicknames is not that common to me, I guess.
My
My
mom's
family.
name is Joyce, and I know people that call her Joycey. Like, I don't know a single person who doesn't have a nickname,
I don't either.
even if they don't make sense.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I really don't. Like, you guys call me Ambi because we joked about me
Because
not
we
having
joked
a
about not
nickname.
having one.
But
Before, I called you Amberoni before, so
There's
I'm
that.
just saying.
There's that.
Like, it
the
doesn't
only
have
time anybody has done that really is like in college. There was a guy that always called me Amber Waves of Grain. I never understood why. I was like, okay.
Right. Like, it doesn't have to be a shortened version of your name to be a nickname. It has to be something people call you. Like, they could call you Steve, and that could be your nickname. I mean, I don't suggest it.
I call my Steve. Steve doesn't bother me.
My nickname is Dave, so
It's true. Hallelujah. Welcome. I'm glad. Hopefully you got things done. Bad accident. A big accident was Stephen King stopped writing for a few years. Did not know. I had no clue. You're good.
For amber waves of grain.
Stacey's mom just came up on my playlist. This song always makes me feel conflicted. It should. It's a weird song. I'm done for the night. I finished the scene and my eyes are twitching. I wrote 382 words this sprint, making my daily count 3,230. I think it's time to try working on brainstorming. All the applause. Tracking my NaNoWriMo project on the Nano site just for giggles. And it says I should be done on February 4th, which is 1 month and 1 day after I started my project. So that tracks. That is fantastic. Well done. I just realized that I was tracking it wrong in Katie Ann's spreadsheet, so I fixed that. Makes much more sense now. I always get spreadsheets wrong. Boys are asleep, finished my beat sheet. Hella great productivity sprint. I'm so glad. It makes me happy that you're writing and doing righty things. Got everything cleaned up, got settled to do a little diamond painting. I also love that for you. Got completely distracted video editing. Whoops. Listen, is it something that needed done? Then you got things done. Can't be over already. It is, though. 331 words.
Half asleep.
Well done. Yeah. How are you handling Northeast snow, Amber?
It was great, actually. It was beautiful. And I stayed inside and didn't go out at all.
I'm sure you had to go outside.
No.
She did for the dogs.
Yeah.
I stood at the door and let them go out on their own.
Really?
Go out.
Rude.
She went out and caught a flake. She's lying to your faces.
Poor Molly was abandoned by her mother.
Listen, those dogs will be halfway down the road. They're like all the way down the back, like 10 houses down, just staring there going, where do I live? I'm like,
It's because they're old and blind. What do you expect?
oh my goodness, I know.
And poor Julie, she can't whistle at them.
I can't whistle. She whistles. They respond to whistles. You know who can't whistle? This girl. This girl. So it doesn't work. So then who has to go running after them? Because it's the middle of the night and it's dark and they both blend in and I'm hearing like wild dog sounds and like coyotes and like random. I was like, they're going to get eaten and it's going to be on me.
Because I can't whistle.
Because I can't whistle.
You
We've
should
been
just look up
taking turns.
whistling sounds on your phone and then play it.
I should. This weekend we both took turns being like sore and achy and not being able to move. So, you know, you do what you got to do.
And I think I was whistling to the dogs. Your sister was on the phone and she was like, what is that? And you were like, it's Amber whistling. She's like, it sounded like a movie.
We're not whistlers. Not a
I
skill
was
we
like,
have.
I've always been able to whistle well, so I don't know.
It's great.
I whistle for my
Works.
dogs too, and for the horses.
I'm Petey's friend. I mean, it works for a reason. Thank you. Hi, Mads.
Hey, Maddie.
Maddie showed up just in time to go to bed.
16 pages behind in free food. But it's way better than I was. You're crushing it.
Nice.
You're doing good. Thank you. Read 2 chapters at Sprint. Slow reader. Plus I read out loud.
Whatever pace you
works.
read is the pace you read. It's
There's no slow.
it's not a competition.
Nope. She seems pleased with this nickname situation. She's okay with it now.
It doesn't bother me.
She's okay with it now. I'm like, everyone I know has a nickname. Now, whether it has any relation to their actual name is a whole other story. But they have nicknames.
I
Exactly.
feel like the only nicknames in my family are the shortened names. There's no random,
Just random names.
No, you would tell me like the nicknames that especially your grandmother's generation had, and it sounded nothing like their name. I'm
Well,
like,
yeah.
how?
No. That's because they had English names for very Greek names. Yeah, sorry.
I can't help it that your family's weird.
That counts. Everybody's different. Names like that. For Amber, Waves of Grain. For Purple Mountain's Majesties.
Yeah,
Like-
he always every time he saw me, he would start singing it.
So original.
I'm like, okay.
I think he's Jules.
When I met Julie, she went by Jules.
Most of my friends all call me that. And now I'm Juju or random things. Half of my family calls me what my nieces and nephews call me. Never had a nickname stick. I did have a teacher called me Zoster one year. Listen, I've had nicknames that I'm very glad didn't stick. So it's fine.
I had a manager when I worked in the restaurant industry who used to call me Hollywood. I don't know why.
You're working at Hollywood movies?
No, it was when I worked at Olive Garden.
I don't know.
She just called me Hollywood. I'm like, whatever.
Sure. Amber will, for here and ever, be referred to as Steve on this channel. And anyone who joins from this point will be mystified. Steve. Before the sprints, I cleaned some of my house, reset for the new week, and I'm glad I got motivated, but I did it on an empty stomach. Whoops. I'm a little hungry. But, what's the point of eating?
Well, some of us can taste things, so.
Some of us can taste. I'm like, it's like chewing air. It's weird and I don't like it. Is my body hungry? Yes. Do I actually want to put effort into what I'm eating? No.
You should just eat a lot of mashed potatoes.
Well, we don't have mashed potatoes right now.
It sounds like you need to go to the store.
We can't. We have COVID.
I can't. I'm contagious. I'm old and my kids are asleep. Bedtime. Thank you for the sprints. See you next Sunday.
I bet you guys can get grocery delivery where you live.
We could probably get grocery delivery, but we did just get groceries. We have applesauce, which I haven't tried yet. I might be able to taste that. I can vaguely register.
You don't have to chew it.
Well, yeah.
So it wouldn't be like that was my point with mashed potatoes. Like you don't have to chew it, so you wouldn't have to chew air. You could just ingest.
It's still a weird thing. Like even just with water, it just feels cold. There's just a sensation of cold. It's weird. Weird.
I keep saying I can vaguely taste this because it's spicy. I'm like, again, did you taste it or did you feel it? Because feeling it being spicy is different than tasting.
I could just feel heat, but at least I can feel like something registers in my mouth when I'm eating. My stomach is going to be jacked because everything has red pepper flakes on it or sriracha or hot honey. Like I am wrecking my stomach, but I'm like, it's the only way I can actually register I'm eating something. I hate it. I worked on my new story and did some of my night stuff. I will not call my brothers by their names. Never understood Dick for Richard.
I always just called my brother by his name, but again, like we get our names in our family are like Sharon, Amber, Chase, like these ones that don't really even need to be shortened. You know what I mean?
Like when he was a baby, you didn't call him anything like cutesy. You just called him Chase.
Chase. He called me Sissy, and then when he was in like the second grade, someone made fun of him for calling me Sissy. So then he switched to just Sister. Now he just calls me Sister, which is weird. But one time he called me Amber, and I was like, I hate it. Don't you ever do that again.
That's a nickname.
So my sister's name was Melissa, and she was 8 years older than me. So by the time I was born and old enough to register people's names, she already had her nickname, which was Hoke, short for Hocus Pocus, because she could get out of every baby gate, playpen, all of the things. Like she would be in the playpen, you turn around to grab something and turn back and she'd be gone. And so they used to call her Hocus Pocus, and they got shortened to Hoke. I did not know that that was not her name until I was in my 20s. Like, I was old.
Yeah.
Because no one ever called her
were.
Melissa. Like, no one at school called her Melissa. Like, none of her friends that I knew called her Melissa. No one called her Melissa. And I had to get in the habit of it because we both worked at Olive Garden together. And so, like, if I said Hoke, they were like, I don't know who the fuck you're talking about. That's not even a real name. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's wrong with you? And so instead of calling her Melissa, I, like, for the last decade and a half or so, just called her Lissa. So,
yeah.
But could you imagine being 20 and finding out that you didn't actually know your sister's name?
No. We had up the mountains, like, which we only used as a summer house until my parents moved up there. We had neighbors, and I loved them. The mom's still alive. I used to go up there, and she used to like tutor me in math on the summers. I used to have like a great time. They were awesome people. Anyway, it was Mike and Margaret. Went to his funeral and learned his name was not Mike. His name wasn't Mike. It was like Walter or Winston, some like W name. And I was like, what? How did we get to Mike? It wasn't even his middle name. Like, Michael was not his, I don't know how it happened. And I'm like, I don't understand it, but I'm going to go with it. I was like, I'm confused.
How did we get to here?
I don't know. I still don't know. Airhead. Yeah. My dad for a very long time just called me Butt Munch. So, let's see how one of the brothers reacts if I just said their first name. It's weird. I'll tell you that right now. My nieces and nephews have started to like phase out of calling me Juju, and they'll just say Julie. And I'm like, I will end your life. You will not. It hurts my heart, and it's not allowed. But we're done. I don't like it. We are going to go because I need rest.
One and or more of us are going to fall asleep in the next 10 or 15 minutes.
That's very true.
Just
Probably just you. I haven't.
No way I could fall asleep in 10 minutes right now.
Yeah, I couldn't fall. I don't fall asleep that fast. But thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week, where we'll still be here. I'll be working on something else. Amber will probably be working on something else.
I hope freaking so.
So we'll see. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. We'll be halfway into the first month of the new year when we come back. We'll see how we're going. Sound like a great time? Sounds like a great time.
I'm ready.
All right, friends. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.